Hey guys, welcome to Anime Review, where we review our favorite anime and talk about our favorite anime topic. So, I'm Skotei, and this is Roy.
Hi guys.
So, as you guys know, we are employees of Anime Intention. And so, what we're going to start off with today, Roy, we are both avid readers of manhwas and mangas. So we're going to be reviewing Solo Leveling based on our memory and what we have read from the manhwa. Alright, Roy, so basically what we're going to be doing is talking about our favorite, like what we liked about it, what we had an issue with, who's our favorite character, minus the main character. Because I mean, the protagonist is most definitely everybody's favorite.
Yes, yeah. You're gonna have to give him some time to like.
Before we get to that, what did we like about the manhwa?
Alright, it was the closest little SAO, that's a Sword Art Online formula that I've seen in quite some time. I like gamification of things, especially. It doesn't have to be Isekai type anime or so. But I do like gamification of things in manhwa and anime that I consume. Genuinely, it kind of is fun. It's like it wasn't too long. The development was nice, and it didn't suffer you in with like cliffhangers at the end of each chapter. It was just enough to be like,
oh please! Every chapter had me cliffhanging. Well, I was reading it when chapter was coming out. Like,
and that would be the difference. I had the bolt there, and I was like, oh, it's still not morning. You know what I mean?
I mean, what I liked about it, to be honest, I wouldn't really classify it as Isekai in my brain because he never got Isekai until like later on in the chapter. Be very honest, not until the very end.
And it was my choice.
What I liked about it was the art style was clean. Character development was amazing. When I was reading it at first, I wasn't very interested in it because it had a very slow style. However, what I liked, which kept me going, was just the art style was clean. I felt sorry for the protagonist, and I like feeling sorry for him.
I didn't feel sorry for Sung Jin-woo at all. Sung Jin-woo is the drip king. He's the darkness boss. He's the overlord.
I'm right. Never become the darkness boss until.
It's been, but you saw it there. Like every time things got real serious, you saw that little purple drawing, and the man just spent a little bit more on Black Ink not weeks, and just filling in the whole man.
Oh my god! But no, I really liked it because it development was amazing. The whole world building was really cool too. And then, as you said before, there is so many other game-like lifestyle mangas and manhwas and anime that this had done it so nice. And it wasn't in your face like, oh, the world is ending kind of thing.
When the
world never did.
Ending.
It never did end right there.
It was always ending. It was just we didn't know. It was like we were lacking critical information on it.
True, but I'm just saying. I'm not really much of a fan of Sword Art Online. Kill me. But I did like Solo Leveling, and in Commonplace, the World's Strongest, it had that kind of subplot. Everybody hates me. I am the lowest, weakest, but yet still, let me get this hand. Let me beat these people, because guess what? I need to get my revenge. On the contrary, what did you not like?
My gripe, I think, is with like most people that it ended, because you don't want good things to end.
Really? That was really what?
The fact that it ended, and more like how it ended. I mean, he chose to take on the brunt of everything himself, which if it is that you were in that position, and because we have been sharing his perspective since the beginning, it's easy for us to understand why he would want to make that decision, but we, the persons consuming the content, are not living his life of like, no, what you doing, suffer some more, we would like to see you get stronger. And I am one of those selfish people. I would like to see you get stronger. Please continue and struggle and keep us alive. It gives me week over week entertainment and joy. But, mangaka couldn't squirt it out anymore, so no more ink. No more.
I think what I didn't like the most, it solely focused on the main protagonist.
Sungjin, yeah.
Most people wouldn't have a gripe with it. I did, because it's disillusioned from the world.
I wouldn't say that, because even everything that they gave just enough about for you to think about on a smaller scale. Like for example, his father was a hunter. We don't know what happened to his father. His father's not there anymore. But this man ended up in the same line of
Yeah,
work.
but the
And
man
is
just
still...
come out of nowhere, bro.
Exactly.
Just left field.
Yeah, because
like,
you know he was lacking critical information. He wasn't strong enough. I can't show up in front of my son, and then my son can't take in this evidence, this presence, this brightness.
That's not how that works.
But he can't handle it.
But like, for me, it just felt like when the ending was coming on, it just felt like it was just slapsticky.
Yeah, because we needed to
throw it in there because the masses were too into it, and I was like, nah, we needed that slow burn that we got when we were just reading.
They gave us the slow burn with the dude, the main guy, and he's like, now you have that long candle for Sungjin. We won't sell you all these smaller candles at a discount.
And then as a darkness monarch, like in my brain, I was like, as a darkness monarch, why nobody don't know about this monarch? Like, give us a little inkling of them, just like early parts of it. It just felt like it was a different story. As
leaving us with the mystery was good enough.
I don't know, but I mean, don't get me wrong though, it's not one of my favorite stuff. It's just that for me, I'm a big story person, and sometimes I don't like when the story deviates. Like it just felt like it started as one thing and then we became something else. Like, okay, what? It's in reincarnation of the monarch, which ended up, as I said, it ended up being a sort of an isekai thing, like later on in the whole entire thing. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm conflicted. It's not like
still kept the hype. It established the hype level that it didn't let go of until it ended, and at the expense of having more depth and more world building, it maintained the hype until it died. And so did the mangaka.
Okay, alright. You've had enough time to process, because I don't have my next favorite character besides my main character.
Okay.
So who is your favorite character besides the main character?
Gonna be one or two people. I think I forgot his name when you asked me originally, because Sebastian is what came to mind. But his name, I believe it's Bellion. If it's not Bellion, I'm allowed to choose. I'm gonna choose Beru as well.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's one of the two.
But Beru,
I think Bellion is the commander that came in last with the last part of the Shadow Monarch's army. If that's his name, then that's what I'm talking about.
I gotta be very honest with you. I do like Beru too, because I mean, as General Boss.
And he was the first one to speak. He was the first one to speak.
And I'm a big lover of Aegis. However, my favorite would always be Hayon. I just love how stupid he is.
Well, it's the circumstances that he was born from that made him, appealing. I'll give him that. But outside of it, he was just
it's not the circumstance. No, it was no circumstance. I just love how stupid and moronic he is. He's just basically the comedy relief of everybody else. He's strong as hell.
No, but the bears are also comedy relief. The dragons are comedy relief.
No, nobody's more comedy relief than Hayon. You're mad. Oh my god, I love that. That was hilarious. And then the next person would actually be main character's father. Man was OG. The man was OG.
No.
Talk shit about my son. You talk about killing my son. I'ma slap you into the next reality.
Thomas Andre.
Oh, alright.
Thomas Andre.
Fine.
The strongest man alive. Actual man. Not a monarch, piece of fragment of brilliance, actual person.
Yeah, the man was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, man was
pretty cool. I just wish they had elaborated on some of the other, like even that, when they were like talking about these other people that were with fragments of
the other strongest people.
Yeah, we just saw in technicalities what.
Yeah,
we never saw the rest.
Alright, the way they introduced them is like when we started off with Sungjin down here, and S rank is up here. And then as Sungjin got stronger, S rank didn't move. And then when we got something that was stronger than S rank, we just did this. And S rank didn't move, and just continued going. So whenever it is that I had to mention it, the only thing that we had as reference is that we already knew they were strongest at one point, but once Sungjin moved past that, it was no longer worth it.
It's just a realm of gods after that, bro. Those are my. Speaking of, isekais have the craziest names in all of.
Well, you're supposed to tell you what it's about. Back in the day, we have Bleach. What's Bleach about? You have to watch this to find out.
and it's not really about Bleach. But like when I first saw Bleach, and I was like, why is it called Bleach? Is it because Ichigo's hair is orange?
And they think it's bleached. Yes, that is it. That is as far as the name goes as it relates to the show. Everything else, nothing to do.
Oh my god! And then not only that, I mean, Naruto basically tells you what it really is about, Naruto, and then later on you learn about everybody else and their problems. But
And that you realize that the show is actually called Sasuke.
and then One Piece is basically just pirates finding stuff, treasures, no matter where it is, the ultimate treasure, and it's upfront. But like, Isekai has names like "I'm the Eighth Son." Really?
What you're going to do is you're going to leave. You're gonna leave my eighth son of. You're gonna leave my eighth son. You're gonna leave my eighth son.
No problem with it. It's just that in my mind, I was like, why all of the animes, the mangas that I read or manhwas that I read, all of a sudden becoming animes?
And I like
and
that
then
for them.
gone.
I like that for them.
It's ridiculous. Like, I'm the eighth son. Are you kidding me? That's literally the topic of the anime,
And I love it.
I mean, I like that it almost
And every
follows the
title
manual.
has the "Are you kidding me?" at the end of it. So it keeps it going. It's fresh. I like it.
I like Isekai. I mean, one of our friends does have a
my
point.
favorite.
I was reincarnated as my daughter's
Daughter, yes.
as my daughter's daughter.
Most of them not to say that if it's with your sister or your mother, I don't watch it. It's like the one that's about your mother that has the two amazing powers or the two swords or something like that.
Oh,
I decided not to watch the rest of it.
I watched it. It was weird.
I decided to not watch the rest of it.
It was wrong and weird. I mean, I wouldn't want to enter a game world with my mom. And as a boy child, I wouldn't want to enter the game world with my mom. And then your mom's basically hot to everybody around.
And super strong.
And
way more than you'll ever be. So what am I doing here? I'm wasting my time. I'm not doing this.
So basically, you as a son, you're the hero, but your mom's basically God.
Exactly.
I'm like,
you are the best man in this entire kingdom. You mean nothing to the person that gave birth to you.
Right? But I mean, Isekai is really good. But to be honest, some of my favorite Isekais would be The Ascendance of a Bookworm.
Of course.
Because
I just caught up to that recently.
It's more of a slice of life kind of Isekai, and it's not overplayed. It's not overtrooped. She's not God. You don't learn that you don't learn that she's OP until like later on in the series.
And even though that she is OP, she's not using her powers to like, actual fight.
She's still struggling to live in this world, which makes sense. She comes from a world where she could read books regardless, only to be reincarnated into a world where only the rich can read a book.
If the anime has like 40 episodes, like 4 out of them have action in there.
One of my other favorite isekais would actually be Knights and Magic. Come for me.
Been a while.
I mean, Ernest the Chevalier is everything.
I was about to mix him up with its son. That's why I didn't say the name at first.
Oh, please. Ernest the Chevalier is everything. And Wiseman's grandson. But I prefer to read Wiseman's grandson than watch it.
No, I prefer to watch it because the visuals are done quite well. And I like when, if it's an isekai about somebody that's trying to apply knowledge that they have from real world. Like, for example, I know this about actual science and this is how molecules interact with each other. So when I'm learning about magic, I can apply this to magic. I like that.
I mean, if we're going to talk about stuff like that, then we'd probably have to talk about Dr. Stone, which is a different form of isekai.
They didn't have a choice. No one had a choice in Dr. Stone.
I love Dr. Stone. I
read very far into. They made motorcycles at the point that I got to.
Oh yeah. I'm just saying that I like isekai, but I think that it might be a little bit oversaturated, Like every anime that comes out is isekai.
No, I wouldn't say every anime that comes out, but it's hard.
If 10 animes come out, at least half of them.
It's hard to make a good anime these days. That's the real problem. It really is. It's easier to jump into a genre that's popping so that you know that it will be seen no matter what. It just may not be liked by everyone. Versus it won't be seen at all. And you're going to be standing there in the corner wishing that you brought a friend to this party.
We do healer.
Come for me. I love that show. To death. I can't speak of what happens in that show. I can say, however, I absolutely Without a doubt. If that was barbecue sauce, I'd lick my fingers. It is a great storytelling of revenge.
I'm not saying it isn't great. I'm just saying
I
it
love
shouldn't.
it. It goes every time you don't think it's going to, it does it. Every time you think it's not going to. Or if you think it's going to, it's far worse than how much you think it's going to be.
I can't imagine. I just can't imagine. If you are somebody that watched this, there's something wrong with you mentally. But
Love
if
it.
you are somebody that has not watched this, watch it with caution.
It is such a take on healing as an ability that I'm like,
That's the next thing.
I am
How
ever,
does that make sense?
it does.
How does his healing
It
powers
does.
make sense?
It does. It really does,
Please explain.
How his powers make
As he asks, please explain. How does his healing powers? Half of what he's doing should not be classified as healing.
it does, and I love that is what they did, because when heal time, first of all, that is great, because healing time and regeneration is a very thin line in between them. So much so that Orihime was first brought in as a healer when it was then explained that she is restorative in her powers. She's reversing time, the effect that it is on it. So if I get a cut, reverse the time on the area of my hand, it's gonna go back to where it was before I had the cut. So it's still there. So the healing time, that works wholefully. The main part that his healing power started. Oh, I'm picking this. The main point that his healing power started out as on a base level where I am feeling what the other person feels, means that it's way more just on a cellular level that I'm healing you. I am taking in your essence and part of your soul. If it's connected on a soul level, the level of magic that is being used is way too deep. So
then he's not healing this G has
then that is what they're calling it though, because that's what they're using it for.
The man might as well has either restoration or soul manipulation or reality bending. The man basically should just be Scarlet's witch and done.
If it is that he's to heal is to rearrange the properties of whatever organic matter he is trying to heal.
Then his abilities are organic matter.
It's still healing. What they're calling him, what they're using him for. That's really what it is.
The powers don't make sense.
The powers make sense. They're just not calling him the right name.
He's basically God.
I wouldn't call him that. I would use a much different religious affiliate.
Okay, he's probably the God of evil.
Still, I mean, closer to lukewarm, because it's in the middle. It's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. A lot worse. Every time,
still bad.
Nah, every time he takes revenge, and I see the person and why he's taking revenge, the person is way worse. Like, I had so much faith in that black man, so much faith, and he put all his faith in someone else. With a smile on his face, big smile on his face.
And with that, guys, we're going to end today's review, because if we continue, Roy and I will be arguing till day till tomorrow. So,
Come for me. Come for me.
So, guys, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell. And I'll see you in the next. Alright.